Fu money.
Yeah, if you.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, on the bright side of that, or whatever you want to say, is that it was a great episode.
Fantastic.
Dana's a funny guy.
I think he is. He's positive.
Mm-hmm.
He's very positive. He's very gung ho, all for one, one for all.
I think he has a strong belief in himself.
Right.
So, and he got wrapped up with some guys who had some real cash, and then he ran with it.
I mean,
it just all worked. His personality's perfect for that job.
Yeah, all of it.
You ever see clips of him talking on like Instagram or something?
No.
People interviewing him. So like a press conference, right?
Right.
And this guy asked him something like, "Why don't you do cross promotion with the PFL or Bellator or something like that?" He was like, "Why would I do that?"
What is PFL?
Something fight league. I don't know what it is.
They're like a nice MMA style as well.
Yeah, but it's a different. I don't know the ins and outs, but I think it's more like team oriented. I don't know.
Nowhere near as big as UFC. Nothing.
None of them are, right? But yeah. Anyway, the guy just kept asking him like, "Why don't you do that?" He was like, "We tried to make this fight. We tried to make that fight. We tried to do this thing. It just didn't work out." And the guy was like, "Yeah, but why don't you do it?" He was like, "Why would I do that?" He said, "For the fans." And he was like, "No."
What's wrong with you, dummy?
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, like I can't get it done. I already told you that we tried to get this fight and that fight to work, and it didn't work. That's it. And then the guy just kept. He was like, "Sir, you won stupidest question of the night."
That's awesome. I mean, he was able to develop Fight Island during COVID.
Yeah.
He doesn't need any of them.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm not that savvy with that shit, is
the Saudis don't give a fuck, dude. They're like COVID. Yeah, we're already wearing those things on our faces.
Yeah,
we're good.
Just dropping off Ferraris for the hell of it, carrying lions around. It's crazy over there.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough about the. Now, is there different leagues of boxing? Like, you have UFC, Bellator, blah.
Yeah, so they have the WBA, the WBO, the WBC, the IBF.
Yeah, see, I don't know that. I thought those were just systems, like rankings, like the Big Ten.
Well, they all have their own champions. That's why they do unification bouts.
Oh, see, I don't know enough of that stuff.
There you go.
I just know, like when I say, "Hey, there's a heavyweight fight on." Okay.
Yeah, you don't know who they fight for.
Is it? Yeah, is it? Yeah. I thought there was just boxing.
No, there's like
it's pretty segmented.
There's 4 big ones.
Okay.
I think they're all still around. I don't know.
Are they any of them as close as UFC in terms of size?
Oh yeah.
I mean, boxing is though.
Yeah, they're huge. The money's way better in boxing.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, like when McGregor fought Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
McGregor got $100 million to lose.
That was a box. So that was.
And it was a terrible boxing match. It was fucking awful. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He was like taking his back. I'm like, dude, this isn't UFC. You can't do that shit.
And he probably never hit. I don't think he ever hit him. Did he really? Mayweather?
I think they said it like somewhere in the 4th round or something. Maybe he tagged him once, but.
That guy's a defensive machine.
Yeah.
He's too fast.
Yeah. He's 50-0 for a reason.
So that was boxing commissioned. It wasn't UFC commissioned.
Right.
If it's a UFC fight, there's going to be mixed martial arts no matter what.
Right, but if he's under the UFC umbrella, I'm sure they have to sanction him.
Right.
Pardon him on his contract to fight with somebody else, because I'm sure they say you can't compete.
I got you.
Yeah.
So who do those Paul guys? Well, the one's a wrestler, but the other guy, he fights under boxing, or does he fight? What's he fight?
They both
under?
box.
Right. Well, one's in the WWF.
But they do that Dazen or some DAZN, something else.
That's another league.
But it's bullshit.
Well, he doesn't.
Have you watched his fights?
No, he fights a lot of nothings. Retirees.
Yeah. And MMA guys who are at the end of their career.
Just catching some quick cash.
They're like, yeah, I'll take a couple hits for $10 million, sure.
Right. There's probably no punch that guy can give them that they're not used to already, or haven't felt it already.
Well, anybody could get knocked out, right?
Of course. But I'm saying, even if you're a jiu-jitsu
Well, if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, you're boxing. You're not a boxing.
You're out
not
of
a
your league,
boxer.
but
Yeah.
you've been hit. I mean, I'm saying you've been
Sure.
hit, and you know
Sure.
what you know.
Yeah.
And now you got those big gloves,
Yeah.
so it's probably not as bad.
Is it though?
I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know.
I know probably
I think it covers more area on your face,
right.
so you get hit more. I would think.
Hmm.
I don't know. They say that it's because they're bigger. It's easier to defend
Mm-hmm.
because
You see the
your
big
glove is
hand
bigger,
coming.
so it could
Right.
bounce off and stuff. But if you're getting hit with a wider thing, I would think the force displaces across that whole thing rather than being concentrated. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's hard.
It must feel better to get against the ropes than to get against a fence.
No, it's not like it's barbed wire.
Yeah, it's still a fence.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to get pinned into a fence.
No, I don't think you want your face smushed into it.
Right.
Right. It's like the Play-Doh Fun Factory on the other
Yeah,
side
all of a
with
sudden
your
it starts-
cheek.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be no fun. But
No.
yeah, I mean, will that guy ever fight a real fight? The Paul guy? He's young.
No, why would he? He's making money,
Right,
beating up fucking nobodies.
right. Eventually he's gonna. Well, or
And
is-
I gotta say, fuck that Nate Diaz fight. That was bullshit. Did you see it?
no, that one I didn't see.
Have you ever seen Nate Diaz fight?
I have seen the DS fight.
Do you know how he fights? Him and his brother do the same thing, right? They paw at you
Right,
constantly.
right.
Like the whole fight. They're just like, they don't hit you hard, but they're like, yo, bitch, you fucking
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit to you.
Right.
And peppering you the whole time, right? To
Mhm.
annoy the fuck out of you. And then he threw like no punches in that fight. I'm like,
That's weird.
he's getting paid,
Right. That's
in my opinion.
that's
I
kind of unfair. Then there should be just a big bag of money, winner take all.
Then it would be a different.
Be a
Yeah,
fight.
if you're getting a 10 million, I don't know what he got paid, but let's say $10 million guarantee to lose.
Right. You're gonna just stand there.
Fuck yeah.
But what if it was 10? Like, okay, 10 million is the most you can make, but the meter's running. Oh, you only threw. You have to connect, and you have to fight. You have to get 50 punches in a round, or picking
Yeah.
keeps going down.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like an incentive bonus, or just
There were some leagues that would, like Pride would give you, they would fine you if you didn't engage
right,
people. Like you couldn't run around the ring.
right.
Like you had to keep the action up. There were some,
Didn't some get a bonus for finishing early?
yeah, the
So-
UFC does that.
Early submission will give them a few extra bucks.
Yeah, if you get submission of the night, knockout of the night, fight of the night,
Right.
I think you get 50 grand bonus.
Well, that's good. Makes it more interesting, right? Because
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of people who are not for that.
right,
I don't understand their reasoning for it.
for not wanting it.
Yeah. But whatever.
Does McGregor still fight?
Does he?
I don't know. Do you have to?
Exactly.
If I have $100 million, I ain't punching nobody.
Well, he had 100 million, and he bought his Irish whiskey thing, and then he sold that. So
right.
he doesn't need to fight.
I ain't fighting anybody. I'm putting on sweatpants. I ain't even putting on one of them tight suits he wears.
No. I'm gonna fight my lady about where we're gonna take our private jet.
That's right.
That's about it. That's the only fight I'm gonna have.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not wearing that jacket.
Yeah.
When I said that I see him, he's wearing a jacket. It looks like it's like a size too small.
Yeah, they always come up to here.
Yeah, you just, But it must be, I don't know if it's a hard pill to swallow when you're that famous. You know what I mean? But I'm sure that,
To drop down.
yeah, to not have to fight anymore. You know what I mean? You still have
Well-
that in you. There's something in you to be a fighter.
Yeah, I'm sure it sucks, right?
Right.
But
You would hope the boatload
you
of
and I
money.
both know how much it sucks to never get to be famous.
Right. I know what it's like to not have $100 million, right? So maybe my attitude would completely change.
I've opened up for people who were famous,
Right.
and I see how nice it was for them to show up and
Yeah.
have their own green rooms and their own
Sure.
bus, and
Absolutely.
yeah, the whole family comes with them, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
got
Nice. Relaxed.
and I'm squished into a van with a bunch of fucking weirdos. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that sucks.
Bunch of weirdos.
I mean, yeah, dude, I would sit in the fucking van, right? So the couple who was it was their band, right?
Mhm.
They're in the front two seats of the van, and then I'd be sitting in the back with the drummer, right? and I would just fucking, you know, when you feel somebody looking at you, right? He would just sit there like this.
And just stare at you?
Yeah, I would be sitting, staring forward, and I would just feel him fucking staring at me and be like, what? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, say something, you fucking weirdo.
Like one of those weird little
Do
kids.
I got something on my nose? Is there something in my ear? Like, why are you staring at me?
Like them little kids in Christmas Story? You like the Easter Bunny? Staring at you?
Fucking weirdo.
That brings me to a good side note that is on this list.
Ooh, I like when we hit the list.
Like, if the rapture comes,
Mm-hmm.
will you be... what side would you rather be on? The side that's left behind?
I don't think you get left behind. I think you go to hell. Isn't that the point?
I don't know. The commercials I keep watching... Because some guy
The
keeps...
late night commercial?
Yeah. Where people are just getting sucked up and then, like, the rooms
Maybe
half...
that's why you're having nightmares.
Maybe. And the rooms
Watching rapture bullshit.
The room's half full then. And I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, I don't get the whole thing. I thought there was like a limit on the number of people that could go, like 16,000 or something.
That's it?
That's nothing.
No.
I mean, but then again, the book was written 2,000 years ago, right?
Right.
When the population of the world was a lot less,
And they didn't know.
and they didn't count anybody except for Jews, right?
They didn't know how many people were around.
There was probably 17,000 Jews, or maybe 16,001. So one one real ornery Jew wasn't getting in.
Well, one guy had to be at the bottom of the pile where they're pulling everybody up, and eventually he can't reach the hand.
Yeah, they're tired.
So that's what I'm saying. These commercials show people.
Jesus' shoulders got tired. He's like, sorry, man. I'm fucking whooped, bro.
I got to get out of here. I'm leaving. Bus is going, bro. So it's like they show just people all of a sudden randomly disappearing. Thump, thump,
Yeah.
thump.
Mm-hmm.
What's the funniest part about it is that in one of the scenes, there's all these people in the church, and then half of them are gone. So what happened to the other half that were doing their part, being in church? So what I'm saying.
But what else were they doing in their life?
Right. But so what I'm saying is so all
They
right.
didn't put enough in the collection plate.
All right. So let's say the rapture is saying there will be hell on earth once they take all these people.
1,000 years of darkness.
Right. But
Isn't that the?
That's
I don't know if they're connected. But
I'm
whatever.
not sure, but wouldn't it be better because there are less people? You can relax a little, space it out a little. I mean,
I guess if it's. I mean, but if the world's run by demons, it's probably no relaxing. They're just
maybe
fucking stabbing you and raping you the whole time, lighting you on fire.
Like that Bosch plane that we talked about.
Yeah.
Running around.
Yeah. The Eggman.
All right.
Chasing you around.
Yeah. So see, take a couple
Fox,
pokes.
here comes the Eggman.
End of the day, take a couple pokes.
Smell that? Smell like eggs.
He's coming.
Here he comes.
Like so, you get up.
Goo 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 goo.
Oh, that's the walrus, isn't it? And the Eggman, I guess. But you get up. There's no traffic. Like, let's say you're doing just stuff hell on earth. Like, you still got a job. Let's say you're. The way it showed is it just half of the people are gone. The commercial. You know. So.
There's got to be another part to it. Otherwise, what's the point?
I guess.
I mean,
Besides,
if this is purgatory,
right?
right?
Besides the ample parking. I think that's pretty cool.
16,000 people, that's nothing.
Yeah, but I think
That's like a small town.
yeah,
Gone.
I think there's more than that going. I mean, it's 16,000 per square mile. Oh. And like, or if you're on the other side and you get sucked up, thump, and then like you're like, oh my god, look at all these people. Jesus, I should get back down there. It's a lot emptier.
Yeah.
God, who knew everybody believed?
Everybody's being all nice to you. They're all saying hello. You're like, shut up.
And then what does that leave like? Does that mean like all the Indians are going to be here if they don't believe in Christianity? They believe in Vishnu and all that?
Well, that's it.
They're screwed?
You're not a believer. You're fucked.
Right. I mean, so you're hanging out with Methodists. Well, no, they
It's a big gamble, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, why is this god the one?
Right.
Right? There's so many gods.
Which one's the right
It's
one?
like you need a divinity roulette wheel. Be like, all right, come on, Vishnu. Come on, Vishnu.
Like,
You're all in. It's one bet.
Right.
That's it.
if you were
You can't half a chip on fucking Buddha.
half and half.
You can't quarter it with Muhammad.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to hit the big three. Now, if you're Indian or Hindu, do you believe in all of them? Or do you believe in just select ones?
There's different religions there.
Ugh, it's even more divided up.
Yeah, I mean, just like here, there's different.
Yeah, but I thought like if you need afterlife, you
Even in Christian, there's different, you know.
right. But I mean, if you're a Hindu and you're like, well, I believe in afterlife, so I got this guy. If I need a new car, I got to believe in this whale or whatever. You know, like there's all different animals, and the guy with the
give you cars.
the guy with the 9 arms gives you something else or whatever that works out. Like, or do you just blanket coverage? I got them all. You know, I mean, I need a pencil. I got this one. I need you know.
It's umbrella coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, or like when you make a bet in the horse racing, it's called the wheel, and you bet every horse to win. So you can't lose.
Yeah. It depends what the payout is, right?
Right. I mean, would you have to go to Hindu church every week, every day, to keep everybody happy? Or do they have a church? Do they have a church?
Yeah.
Sermons?
Well, I don't know about Hindus specifically, but Indian folks do. I don't know what.
Well, they have those big temples.
I think those might be Buddhist. I don't know though.
I don't know.
There's a bunch over here.
Yeah, there's one by me too.
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
Yeah. And they got that crazy architecture, the globes.
Allegedly built by slave labor.
Wow. They bring the slaves to Edison, sure.
Yep, and then they took their passports, made them work for like $1 an hour.
Fuck them in their fuck holes.
Hey, better life.
Maybe that's how you get to the big game.
Right. Or maybe the guy's like, listen, why don't you go get that guy with 8 arms to help you?
Yeah.
He'll be working quick then.
Yeah, you could grab a brick, slap the mortar on it, place it,
right,
and be doing like 2 or 3 of them at the same time.
Take care of a corner probably real quick.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to go that far. But it's like I was watching that
Imagine
dude.
him hammering in nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Put him on a roofing job. Just
walk him along. Because that guy, when I was listening to that Sean Ryan podcast with Vincent Marks, his name was.
He's related to Richard Marks?
No, but he's the guy. He's the fastest disarmament man in the history of the world, or something.
Right.
He could take a gun out of a guy's hand like a half second.
Nice.
I mean, but to get there was horrific. He had a horrific childhood.
Sure.
Child abuse. I think his father made him murder somebody at 7 years old. Like his father was part of like Project Bluebird allegedly, which was MK Ultra later.
Okay.
Project Artichoke. I started reading it all. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So the dad was using the techniques to try to separate, because it's supposed to be a way to separate your mind so that you can turn that switch on. I can say strawberries, next thing you know, you're off doing whatever.
Right.
But if you're smart, it doesn't work, it says. According to the paperwork I read. It's like if you're above intelligence, it doesn't really work. It's supposed to be for the feeble-minded. They're easily manipulated.
Makes sense.
Right.
Right.
It's funny though, because you can go on the CIA's website and the paperwork's there for Project Bluebird.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff's redacted names, I guess, but it looks like it's just costs. Hey, like $1,200 for transportation, $1,800. It's like government paperwork. It doesn't look like there's much in terms of the project.
Yeah. Do you think they're really?
Right.
They're gonna share that shit?
Yeah, of course not.
There was also a thing called.
One guy that had an LSD for 77 days straight.
Wow. Was he fried after that?
I would think
Had
so.
to be.
Yeah. Because he said they tried everything with these people, mescaline,
Mm-hmm.
I think LSD. They even tried diseases like dengue fever.
Really?
Stuff that wouldn't kill you, but just would make you, I guess...
delirious.
Yeah, cloudy.
Right.
But this guy...
To do what, though? It doesn't make any sense.
To become a murderer. Like, if you're an unsuspecting...
Like, to break you down?
Yeah. And
so they could implant something in your head.
So they could break you in half. So that...
Right.
Their theory was you only need half your brain for your normal activities,
mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden you get the phone call, peaches are on sale or whatever, next thing you know, now you're programmed.
The woods are cold, dark, and deep.
Yeah, now you're programmed.
And I've got miles before I sleep.
Yeah.
You ever see that, the Charles Bronson thing?
Yeah. It's one of those, and all of a sudden now you're in, now you're on. But they talked about it as a full army, though, not like just one guy going to... I mean, because you're still going to get into the White House, let's say, to kill the president, right? Or to assassinate somebody.
Yeah, one guy's probably not doing that.
Right. So even if they get you to your training has to kick in. You have to be able to go kill the person you're programmed to kill. It seems like a tall order. But he was way into he became born again, I guess you'd call it, or whatever. He found God. He said at 7, 8, whatever. All this stuff was happening to them, and him sometime in the middle of his his late teens or something. All of a sudden, he got a vision of angels protecting him and stuff. It was like really crazy. Like, he talked about he forgave his father for all that. He actually forgave him.
Okay.
Like his father, up a year before his father died, was still doing it to him. Like he went to visit. He was estranged from his father.
What a dick.
Went to his father at 77 years old, and the father started talking about, and he's like, "Listen, I can kill you. Shut up." He goes, "I'm just here to give you $100. God told me to give you $100." And his father was like, "I had no money. I don't know how I was going to eat tonight." Wow. And then all of a sudden, his perspective changed. But it was crazy like that. He forgave his father for the shit he did to him. Made him watch child pornography while electrocuting him. So if he closed his eyes.
Sounds hot.
Made him decapitate a cat to get out of... He said the cat was dead.
Oh, but he had to saw it off.
Yeah. He had his son chained to a bed with one arm.
I think that's worse.
Yeah. He had his son chained to a bed and said, "Listen."
Like if you had a cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was like, "Kill the cat." Like, I think I could smash it with a brick before I could sit there and saw its head off.
Yeah. I couldn't saw off an animal's head.
Yeah, that'd be weird. If somebody was like, like, cut it up like a chicken, I'd be like, yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know about
they
that.
even do it easy with deer. Like when they cut a deer's head off, mount it. It's like,
yeah.
Saw it off. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, yeah, and his father, like I said, at 7 brought him to a house in the middle of, like, the woods of Louisiana. And he said, looking back on it, it seemed like the father lured a guy. They're like, "Look, got a kid here you can fuck."
Really?
And then he got there and he was like, "I don't want to do it." He's like, "That's all right." He punched the guy, knocked him out, handcuffed him, gave the gun to the kid and said, "Kill him." And he said he was too young. Wasn't strong enough to pull the trigger. His father squeezed the trigger with him. Then took the gun from the kid's hands and wrapped it. Said, "Now your fingerprints are on this. If you tell your mother, I'm going to say you murdered somebody." 7 years old, dude. And
wow, that's fucking crazy.
But that's how the story came up because, somebody asked him, "Well, what was the reason for this? To learn how to disarm somebody?" And then he told the guy.
Yeah.
Because at 9 years old, I was never going to let another person try to kill me. Like his father told the mother at gunpoint. It was crazy. Even if and he said, I didn't even believe it was true. He took lie detector tests. He's like, I didn't even believe I did all this stuff. And all this stuff happened to him. It's like they ran out. The father was drunk. They left the house. And just all that crazy stuff. But he turned into this big believer, forgave his father, and now he preaches.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But he's still got that skill. He still just preaches. He's like,
Sure. I mean,
to come through that without killing yourself?
Look.
Pretty crazy.
People want headless cats. They know who to call.
That's right.
They got him on speed dial.
Hey, listen. If you need him to probably change a light bulb.
It's like the cat from outer space. It has that little blinking thing.
I was thinking like those things from that show
Detachable head.
Futurama. All the heads are in those buckets. But they're still alive talking.
Yeah. Motel hell.
No preservatives. Or like when anytime they put anything in space, they put the big dome head on it.
Yeah.
They watch the head blow up and just feel like a Mars Attacks. It just feel. You saw him, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh, wasn't there some video of people in was it a submarine or something, and the guy's head blew up in the thing?
I never saw that.
In the diving suit?
Really? Oh, well, I showed you the thing from Mythbusters where they had the fake thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was at the time when they lost that sub.
Yeah.
Right. And our government's great. Like, we're going to let you go find it, but we know where it is.
Yeah.
Because they knew exactly where that sub was because of all the underwater protections we have so that people can't come storming the beaches.
Sure.
Just getting that call? Marco. Polo. You're cold, man.
Yeah.
Keep going. We'll tell you where. they're like, we heard it. We knew they died.
Yeah.
But where did they go? You'll find them.
You think they're in a little sub and it's got like a blind man's cane that's just like trying to hit things?
I'm like, how do they find you? Like, I mean, I guess they figure what? You can only go so far down.
Yeah. You
3
hit the
miles,
bottom.
or 2
That's it.
miles, 3 miles, whatever it was. 5 miles? I don't remember.
Deep enough.
Enough to make you go boom. I think they're still pulling parts up. People. People inside them.
Gross.
Yeah. Would you have done it, though?
What?
Go in the sub?
Gone in there? No, fuck no. I don't even go into water. Like, I don't even swim in the ocean, let alone go in a sub.
I don't know.
I'm going to go in a shark cage. Fuck you.
I would go in a sub.
No.
I don't know if I'd go that deep.
I've been in a submarine, but it was...
Dry docked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parked.
Parked.
Just parked, yeah.
Yeah. It was die. It wasn't going anywhere.
It was valeted.
And it was it's tight in there.
I know.
Man. Super tight.
Just go to one in Connecticut.
And I was a kid.
Connecticut?
Alabama.
Oh, I went to the one in Connecticut in my 20s.
Mm.
I wasn't a kid, and it was
No.
tight. I don't know
Yeah.
how people get through there.
Yeah.
You really gotta like people.
I guess.
You never heard of anybody.
Those Navy
her?
boys.
Never her. You never hear of anybody raging though in a sub and just trying to take everybody out.
No, there's a love-in down there.
Yeah.
There's like Barry Manilow
I
playing
wonder
through the
if, yeah, when
speakers.
they pump a little fragrance, a little Axe body sprayers up through the vents. Everyone's like, all right.
All right.
Or they're
Let's go ahead.
Spanish flying to dinner or something.
Let's go hit the gym and then the showers.
Hit a little aphrodisiacs and all the meatloaf or whatever they're feeding them. Whatever submarine people eat.
Exactly.
Sandwiches.
And some kielbasa.
That's dessert.
Yeah.
2 plums and a banana for dessert.
Oh.
Like I don't know how you can get anything done with your life being a submarine.
Well, that's it. That's your life.
I mean, I would just have to work the whole time.
Yeah,
So I passed out.
And they probably read a lot. Probably drink a lot.
It's probably no good way to pass out either. Face up, you're
Playing checkers. Some bullshit.
faced up. It's no good. Face down. It's probably no good way to sleep on a submarine.
No.
Top bunk maybe. Top bunk with some plywood.
This is bad.
Sleep in a coffin.
Yeah. You'd be half off the fucking bed.
Yeah, it would suck.
Yeah.
Or like
They would never sign you to it, though.
No, I couldn't even get on the trip to Mars. I tried. Filled out the paperwork for that until it told me I was too tall.
Yeah.
I was too fat and too tall. Doing this for you, Elon. I can't get any shorter though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut you off
I'm
the
like,
legs.
I'm like, you need marketing up there. You can get more people up there.
Yeah. Flyers.
Yeah, I gotta make something.
I'll
up.
make you flyers.
Yeah, I'll do the social. Look, we're having a great time
You
up
could
here.
do like laminates for them.
Right. I mean, Lisa wasn't a big fan because she knew it was a one-way trip.
Yeah.
I was like, just call me Columbus.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Again, we're done.
Yes, but it's not the same people. We're just in a different.
Yeah. Everything's completely different. Don't believe your eyes.
Yeah.
All right, folks. It's been a pleasure. TOT!
See ya.